Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Radha Madhava Hare, Radha Madhava Hare, Radha Madhava Hare, Gaura Nitai Jaya, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai Jaya, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai Jaya, Gaura Nitai Jaya, Jaya Prabhupada, स्वामी प्रभुपाद की, भक्तवृंद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय,
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Today's discussion is Bhagavad Gita as it is, 9th chapter, verse number 50. Yes. ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो मामुपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम्। Others who engage in sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge worship the Supreme Lord as the one without a second, as diverse in main and in the universal form. Without a second, who worship the Supreme Lord. First, we need jnana yajna. That means we have to cultivate some knowledge. After getting the perfection, knowledge is only instrument. Knowledge is only instrument, not goal. Goal is to love to the Lord Krishna, not that goal. But knowledge help us. This verse is the summary of the previous verses. The Lord tells Arjuna that those who are purely in Krishna consciousness and do not know anything other than Krishna are called Mahatma. Yet, there are other persons who are not exactly in the positions of Mahatma, but who worship Krishna also in different way. Some of them have already been described as the distressed, the financially destitute, the inquisitive, and those who are engaged in the cultivations of knowledge. But there are others who are still lower, and these are divided into the three classes. He who worships himself as one with the Supreme Lord, he who conquers some form of the Supreme Lord and worship that, and he who accepts the universal form, the Vishwarupa of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, and worship that. Out of the above three, the lowest, those who are worship themselves as the Supreme Lord, are most predominant. Such people think themselves to be the Supreme Lord. And in this mentality, they worship themselves. This is also a type of God worship. For they can understand that they are not the material body, but are actually a spiritual soul. At least such a sense is prominent. Generally, the impersonalists worship the Supreme Lord in this way. The second class includes the worship of the demigods, those who, by imaginations, consider any form to be the form of the Supreme Lord. And the third class includes those who cannot conceive of anything beyond the manifestation of this material universe. They consider the universe to be the supreme organism or entity, and worship that the universe is also a form of the Lord. It's later on talking about the first one. If we cannot completely surrender to the Lord Krishna, and then in the 12th chapter talking about the three categories, all categories in briefly. The 12th chapter is coming up. Who cannot do performance the devotions are wholehearted, just they have to go to the second step, abhyasa, practice. And practice is varieties of practice there. Just give up the all productive activities, whatever comes up. Otherwise, you cannot give that things. And second thing is just you think you are the supreme Krishna, like that. Is a first class here. This in who accept He who worships himself as a one of Supreme Lord. That types of that categories will come as a 12th chapter. We'll briefly reading over there. Otherwise, we can read now also. Uh, it's 12th chapter, maybe verse number in purport. I read. It's number 4 in the purport. So, but those who fully worship unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perceptions of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conceptions of the absolute truth by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone. Such person engage in the welfare of all at last achieve me. So differences little bit. This topic is the most confidential knowledge. Other who engage in the sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge worship Supreme Lord as the one without a second, as diverse in many and in the universal form. In second chapter also talking, Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto also talking about the universal form, who cannot uh, get the Lord Krishna's love is directly, and they are just worshipping the out universal form as a sun god. That is also Lord's universal form. There is 14 planetary systems, 7 up and 7 down. It is a Patala Lok is a petal of the Lord's whole feature. Moon and sun is the eye of the Lord, universal form. And this belly in the stomach place is this earth planet that is called Mahiloka. That's why we have to grow foods on food grains, and we have to eating. We are in the belly of the Lord in the universal form. So it's also coming in the 11th chapter about the universal form too. Ekatvaina prithakvaina. We have to ekatvaina mean oneness, and prithakvaina mean duality. Ekatvaina, who just thinking about the Lord Krishna is only one without a second. He is the all-pervading Lord. From his all everything is emanating. This spiritual planet, the spiritual planet, and this material planet also. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. How can we taste the God? How can we just know the God? That means rasoham apsu kaunteya. Thus we can tasting water, and that is also the universal form. Nowadays, scientists that they are finding out the water have soul. I heard that water have soul. They find out our body made by the 72% water. 72% water. If we control the water, we can control other things, other four matters also. And Akash is behind. For control the Akash is very hard, because within the Akasa, sky, ether, every this planetary system is floating by the Lord Krishna's mercy. Otherwise, if something happening each other, it will be damaged. But it's Krishna's potency. Maybe we Sutre Madigana Iva, we read in 7th chapter, like the how to say, parts of the parts of garland. What is it? Jewels, yeah. Same thing. Every planetary system is swing over the so Lord's energy, and every in Vishnu Purana there is mention about this thing. Every planetary systems, main rope connected with the Dhruva. Dhruva star, polar star Dhruva, and Dhruva Maharaj is just, ruling over there, and that planet situated in the Vishnu's heart, in gigantic form of the Vishnu. That means his universal form, and the universal form is his heart. Within his heart there is the Dhruva Loka. That means Dhruva Loka is there. Dhruva, one of a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. Do you know Dhruva's story? You don't know Dhruva's. And do you know Prahlada's story? You don't know. You don't know his story. It's okay.
It's the North Star.
Yeah, North Star is the Dhruva. There is one.
This is Prana.
This one.
Small.
Prahlad is the one who on the lap of Lord Narasimha.
Yeah, that is Prahlad Maharaj. There is in picture. As the Lord Narasimha is blessing him. Yeah. His story is the Dhruva Maharaj's story. He was a small child, 5 years old, and his stepmother. One day he wants to, sit on his father's lap, but his stepmother object. Oh, you cannot sit there. You don't have to write. If you want to sit with your father's lap, you have to burn with my, stomach. Or womb of my womb. You have to take burn by my womb. So he got very frustrated, and then he leave house at night, and he went out in the forest, and Narada come and just bless him. It's a long story that in the gist, just he took bow. I have to see the Narayana, and I will get the kingdom. I want to get the big kingdom, and that's why he doing big severe austerity. And then Narada came and give him his instruction, and he just keep doing. One day Lord Vishnu came and just give him big kingdom, but he didn't want. He didn't want at that time. Still, Lord Vishnu gave him the kingdom, and he ruled over. That is the short history of the Lord, devotee of the Lord Vishnu is Dhruva Maharaj, and second is Prahlad Maharaj. His father was a demon, big demon, Hiranyakashipu, and he went for the big austerity. He wanted to become a controller of the whole universe, whole creation, and he went for the big austerity. And at that time, his wife Kayadu is pregnant, and he leave her wife, leave his wife on the heart of the Narada, and Narada Muni instructs him. Narada is the one of great devotee of the Lord Vishnu.
Narada is supposed to carries
Yes.
Each called to the other God.
Everybody respect him, even though demons, everybody respect him. Nobody object him. Just listening him. He's the messenger of the Lord. He just and in he think is Narada's ashram. It's called ashram, heart of the Narada. How to say hearts? पता है ना आश्रम को क्या बोलते हैं उन लोग
That word actually, where he inhabited, right?
inhabited, yeah, it's a shade, small shade, no? Yeah, just leave her there, and she was pregnant. At that time, the Narada just instructed me reciting the Bhagavata and all Vedas. At that time, he heard Bhagavatam inside his mother womb, and by the mother's ear, he also heard the whole Bhagavatam. That's why he became a devotee of Lord Vishnu. When Hiranyakasipu finished his austerity and come back to the palace, and he just took his wife and son, and he sent his son to reading in the Gurukula system. You know Gurukula? And previously there is some gurus and yogis, sadhus, like the boarding schools. Yeah,
Young boys to go and stay with their spiritual master and learn.
there is. He went there and just the demon teachers. They teach us we should do like this, and a thing we have to oppose to. And we have to be stand up opposite of the Lord Vishnu because your father wants to be a controller of whole. He is the supreme. They just doubt him like that. But he know by heartly whole Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Vedas, all he know, and that's why he object. Oh no, you are not a master of the universe. Lord Vishnu is the one of who is the master of the whole universe. We have to do whatever we have to do for the Lord Vishnu. We have to do for the Lord Vishnu. He's saying, and his father just calling him, and what you learn in his school, at his school, but he's saying, oh, I just knew Lord Vishnu is the supreme. He is the controller of everywhere, and his father became angry, and give him so many varieties of punishment. Sometimes just beaten by the poisons, like cobra, snake, like cobra. Sometimes he gave the poison with the sweet rice, mixed with the sweet rice and give him. Sometimes, big hill, and the top of the hill just throw him up the down. Varieties of sometimes it is, he wants to burn him with the fire, and that is the story. At last, when his father just asking oh, your Lord Vishnu also within this pillar, he asked him to Lord Prahlada. Prahlada is so determined. He had it's undeviated devotional service, unalloyed devotional service. That's why he just fixed his mind onto the Lord Vishnu. That's why he's saying, oh yes, my Lord is within that pillar also too. And then Hiranyakasipu become so angry and just took his sword and just hit the pillar, and Lord Narasimhadev is come out half blind and half man because he got the benediction, his varieties of number of benediction he got. That's why Lord took that types of difference form, and he asks for the Lord. He asks to the Lord Brahma, just give me like that types of benediction. I I cannot die within the water, in the land, inside, outside, up or down, with the weapons and arrows. and humankind, animals, like that. No, that's why he took exact form. That means half lion, half man. That means nor animal nor man. It's between, and no weapons. Only his nail is very like blade, sharp nails. Just after becoming manifested from the pillar and kill that demon, Nepasipu, and Prahlad Maharaj, please. That is the story of Prahlad Maharaj, small story. I'm just talking about his uh, going somewhere, it's out of the track, but it's the polar star, the Dhruva Lok, and whole universe is tied with the polar star, and that is the heart of Lord Vishnu. That's why called it the Dhruva star is never destroyed. Whole creation will be destroyed, but that Dhruva Lok never destroyed. That's why called Dhruva. Dhruva means truth, ultimately truth. He got the benediction like that. He got that types of planet. He was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. That's why he got that benediction from the Lord Vishnu. That is the story. Any questions of in this verse? Otherwise, we will move to number 16. Aham karduraham yajna soda aham ausadham mantro aham ahamevajya aham agnir aham hutam. But it is I who am the ritual, I the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestor, the healing herbs, the transcendental chant. I am the butter and the fire and the offerings. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we are reading same topics, the path, Vedic path, transcendental Vedic path. One way Lord Krishna saying here, everything he is. Masthani Saro Bhutani, we read that verse, that look like contradictory. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established, that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established Achinte Bheda Bheda Tattva, inconceivable, oneness and duality. That is inconceivable. Sometimes we cannot perceive we cannot perceive our soul also, where it is actually situated. Like soul also, life here also, surrounding whole body like the butter within the milk. It's a milk have butter. If we are not doing certain types of boiling and mixing some yogurt and it's become yogurt, and then we just churning the butter, that yogurt, and then it's come as a butter. Same thing, same as if we just transfer our program, our activities, daily activities, and our mood, our karma, action. the food grains, and we have to offer that also. We have to do fire sacrifice, ghee and charu, all these things we have to sacrifice, and then Indra and Devatas, demigod, they will please and just come down like this circle going on, going on, going on. Moon god give the energy like the amrita, nectar. You just feel the nectar. Without this moon, there is no possibility of food grain. The Vedic sacrifice known as the Jyotistoma is also Krishna, and he is also a Mahayajna mentioned in the Smriti. The oblation offered to the Pitriloka, the sacrifice performs to please the Pitriloka, considered as a kind of drug in the form of clarified butter. It is also Krishna. The mantra chanted in this connection are also Krishna, and many other commodities made with milk product for offer in the sacrifice are also Krishna. The fire is also Krishna because fire is one of the five material elements, and this is therefore claimed as the separated energy of Krishna. In other words, the Vedic sacrifices recommended in the Karma Kanda division of the Veda are in total also Krishna. Or, in other words, those who are engaged in rendering devotional service unto Krishna are to be understood to have performed all the sacrifice recommended in the Vedas. I just remember one verse, little bit, not complete. देवर्षि भूतात्म निर्णाम पितॄणाम नकिं करो नाय ऋणीम च राजन सर्वा नाय शरणम शरण्यो gato mukundam parihirta kartim. It's from 12th chapter, or I mean 12th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Maybe it's the last chapter. Devarshi bhutapna nirnam pitrinam. Devarshi means devatas debt. Rinam is the last. Devarshi bhutatma. Bhutatma means living entities. Like Devarshi bhutatma nirnam pitrinam. Nirnam means human beings. Pitrinam means ancestor. Devarshi bhuta. Ancestor, yeah. Devarshi bhutatma nirnam pitrinam nakinkara. Kinkara. Nakinkara. Devarshi bhutam nirnam pitrinam nakinkara nayam cha redim cha rajan. That means he have not any more debt like pitri rin, deva rin, manusya rin, gato mukundam parihitya kartim. That means who just give all these things, give up all these things and come to the lotus feet of the Mukunda, Lord Mukunda, and he free from all this debt. Devata rin, Pitri rin, Manusya rin, all Rina means debt. He didn't have to pay. That means we don't have to do sacrifice also. In the Srimad Bhagavatam also, in 11th canto, there is talking about the Parochavada Vedoyam Balano Anusasanam. Karmadi Karmamochyaya Bala Hi Agata Yatha. That means Parochavada Vedoyam, Vedic literature just teach us the Karma Kanda section and Parochavada. That means not directly talking about the Krishna, going to this like Paracha means what is it? Indirectly talking about the Lord Krishna. That means first you have to do this such and such things, such and such things, and such and such things. That means one lakh verses in the Vedas and 80,000 verses talking about the Karma Kanda. varieties of sacrifices, varieties of sacrifices, varieties of dana. I look in the Google, Swami, Google one day. I just typed dana. There is comes 1329 types of dana. It's come like Tina dan, Dhenu dan, Papa Dhenu dan, Kama Dhenu dan, varieties of dana before the death, and varieties of dana, Bhumi dan, Jala dan, Anna dan, Kanya dan, varieties of danas there. It's 1329. I read that much dana. That means,
Dana is offering.
huh?
Dana
Yes, offerings,
is offering.
charity to the Brahmana, giving charity to the Brahmana. That means sometimes she sends ghee, mother earth, house, milk, water, and varieties of come to the. That's why Lord Krishna once way he's saying, everything I am. That is true. Because this whole material creation and spiritual creation created by him. In Chaitanya Charitamrita we read, Lord Vishnu entered the every molecule. It's what atom. Inside the atom, Krishna activated this atom also. That means everywhere he is, within our body is so many, we can uncountable Krishna's energy inside our body too. But one soul is, suffering. Soul is not suffering, body is suffering, but our activities, what body do the activities that carry over one life to another life, like we will carry our karma, one body to another body. We are just ready in the 15th chapter. It will come later, everything. For the Vedic sacrifice for this age is not recommended. For this age only recommended the Sankirtan Yajna. Yajna means sacrifice. For this age is the congregation chanting Yajna. Krishna Varna Tusha Krishna Sango Pangasa Parsadam. Yajna Sankirtane Praya Ejantiha Sumedhasa. Vidwan Log, who is the intelligent person, they will take this Sankirtan movement. Because Lord in Srimad Bhagavatam saying, Lord Krishna come, Tvisa Krishna, A Krishna. This is different, not black form. He came the golden form. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he teaches us he came for the teaching the devotional service, how to perform his devotional service to the Lord. We have to go. Anything discuss this thing in this here in this verse?
Basically, everything leads us to Lord Krishna.
Yes, but wrong way. Yeah. That means is.
The main essence of this verse, I understand this. You don't need to do all this recommended things like sacrifices, offerings. You just need to do a devotional service, worship. Just
You are there.
and then you are already there. So all the other things become redundant in this particular context.
Up to 25 is the same section for. But is
Same.
same section.
Okay.
Leading us to the same.
हम बढ़ते जाएंगे आगे. पितामह से जगतो माता धाता पितामह नित्यम पवित्रम ओंकार ऋक्साम यजुरेव च. I am the father of this universe. It's coming to clear, no? It's going to chapter deeply. This is the most confidential knowledge. The mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier. I am the syllable Om. I am also the Rig, the Sama, and the Yajurveda. The entire cosmic manifestation, moving and non-moving, are manifested by different activities of Krishna's energy. Enough. In the material existence, we create different relationship with different living entities who are nothing but Krishna's marginal energy. तटस्थ शक्ति बोलते हैं इसको. Is internal potency and the external potency and marginal potency. External potency called Maya, illusion, is like the material world, and within the material marginal potency, the living entities, and within the living entities, we are also human being is the so fortunate. So fortunate, we can perform the devotional service within this human body. If we miss this body, and we cannot perform because we have more intelligence. In Srimad Bhagavatam also saying Lord Brahma creating the all creature, but all the creatures they cannot able to get the knowledge, Vedic knowledge, and performs the devotional service. That's why he create human being at last. Yes, he create varieties of creature, living being, and but they cannot perform they disable somehow. They didn't perform the Vedic devotional service and Vedic sacrifice. All these things they cannot perform because all less intelligent. So at last he created the human being for the performance the devotional service. And this human body for the austerity, not for the sense enjoyment. That's why this human body designed by Lord Brahma for the performance of the devotional service. And when we are in the condition mode, at that time we are thinking we are the enjoyer. Just we forget to the Lord and we think we are the enjoyer, and the sense also drag us to the enjoyment. That's a sense also wants to answer this thing desiring. And so that's why it's a human being for the austerity. And for this age, especially for the human being, they can perform the Sankirtan Yajna. Srimad Bhagavatam saying that will be perfect. It's authentic. Dhata means he the seed givers, Pita, and Dhata. Dhata means mother. Dhata means creators also. Here in the translation, that is talking about. In translation, or in old meaning supporter. And supporter mean in this verse the word dhata means creator. Mother Earth, and the Lord is the mother is Earth, and this material creation is mother. That's why we all living beings are the female. We are not male. We are all female. Only one Lord Krishna is Purusha. We are not Purus, but we are saying Purusha. Purus means male. And no, Stri, female. Let's say we are all female. Bhoktaram Yajnatavasa Sarvaloka Maheswaram Suridam sarva bhutanam gyatva mam santim rechati. That means Bhaktaram Yajna Tapasa. He is the enjoyer of all varieties of sacrifices. Yajna, Bhaktaram Yajna Tapasa, and also austerity also. We have to sacrifice to the Krishna. Sarvaloka Maheswaram, not only this planetary system, many planets. There, uncountable planetary system is coming from the Lord Vishnu's pore of the Lord Vishnu. Pore? What is the pore? I saw the PORE, pore. Come out and going in, come out, going in. This type of things going on. Like sometimes, big uh, the devastation. What is saying? Like earthquake, flooding, sometimes tsunami, all these things happening. But this is a small destroying, annihilation, small, not big. By the Lord Krishna is sometimes small, sometimes bigger. Ratrayagame, we read that verse previously at chapter. ब्रह्मा का दिन में रात में प्रलय होता है within his own night the big that means annihilations sometimes small is going on. Okay, we have to know that Krishna actually any living entity. Oh no, yeah, being part and parcel of Krishna is Krishna. That means Krishna within us also. We are also Krishna, chote Krishna. But we are the part and parcel. That means our duty is Jivera Swarup Hair Krishna Nitya Das. In Chaitanya Charitamrita talking about that. Or Bheda Prakash. In the last verse, Bheda Prakash. Sometimes we can discriminate, separate it, we can do separate. And sometimes Abheda, we can discriminate. That is the Bheda Prakash. Prakash means seeing. They sometimes seeing oneness, sometimes seeing. We have Krishna also. That means that's where what is the Krishna's propensities? That means Sat Chid Ananda, his form. And same thing, we are the part and parcel. That's why we have those things also within us. That's why we are looking for happiness. But sometimes we are choosing the wrong way. It's wrong way mean just to we are not choosing what is the suitable for this age and our time. देश काल पात्र बोलते हैं ना. Desh mean place, time, and circumstances. We have to follow all these things as the Desa, Kala, and Patra. Now we are here, and Krishna consciousness also is spreading everywhere. So easy to get this Krishna consciousness movement anywhere. And knowledge and philosophy also. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. You can get knowledge from the Gita, and you can get the association of the devotees and sadhu, shastra, and guru. Everything will get easily by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and spiritual master Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. You can get everywhere. But who have the unfortunate soul, who is the unfortunate persons, they cannot get this knowledge and association, all these things. Durdaiva Misa, who have unfortunate soul. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. They cannot get. Okay, now we have to go. Yes, everybody practicing the Omkara. Om. One thing is that Omkara. Everybody just trying to they are saying that. Yes, in Srimad Bhagavatam also talking about the Omkara. It's Om is the vibration, sound vibration. It's combined with Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. That means the three energy of the Lord Vishnu's. Three energy: creator, maintainer, and destroyer. And very hard to maintain. Everything very hard to maintain. That's why Lord Vishnu himself took that responsibility. Maintains responsibility. Creator once just create, finish the job, and destroyer just once destroy, finish the job. For maintaining is very hard to maintain. That means this temple is made one time, and that's running for running. Sometimes tap broken, sometimes window broken, sometimes it's and very hard to maintain. Same thing, we just come to the temple and we are practicing our devotional service, but constantly practicing is very hard. Constant, every day we are doing same thing. Some my friends also asked previously, not now. Oh, you don't feel the bore? Every day you are doing same thing. Just get up, Mangalarati, go there and just do some seva and chanting, and you don't feel the bore while you are chanting. They think like that's their way. They, because no taste. If there is no taste, no love, and nobody can perform anymore. So first we have to create our faith, ado shraddha, tapa sadhu sango, atha bhajana kriya. It's a many process. First we have to create our faith, and then sadhu sangha. But Omkara Pranab is that mean for maintenance. I'm just talking about the maintenance is very hard. That's why Lord Vishnu took that responsibility, and he previously we did. He came as the he's the sacrifice, fire, five things. He comes um, everything. He is one sense. Everything, whatever things are over here. That's why in our country there is one uh, poet. He made one poet. Jaha dhunga dhunga ma devata ka vaas cha. In our language, that means in our places in Kathmandu, within the Kathmandu is a small place. Is a 5,000 temple is there. Every stone like a temple. That means dhunga dhunga ma devata ka vaas cha. That means that poet is every stone there is a God. We have to create like that sense. Everywhere Lord is there is because that is true by the proved by the Prahlad Maharaj. The proof is there. Prahlad Maharaj just give the proof. Lord Narasimhadev is manifested from the pillar. That is the proof. Omkara is very powerful word, sound vibration within our heart, and it's come out with like the belt, ringing belt, this tuning in the inside us, and we can use that tune for the Lord Seva. We are thinking, oh, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh are same. Not same. They are not same. Lord Brahma created by the Lord Vishnu's. He is manifested from the Lord Vishnu's navel, and Lord Shivaji come from the Sankarshan. That's it. They are ultimately come from the Lord Krishna. Pranava Omkar, and four Vedas also Lord Krishna. Gati Bharta Prabhu Sachi Nivasa Saranam Surid Prabhava Pralaya Thanam Nidanam Bijamabhyayam. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place and the eternal seeds. This is a big verse. The sadhus, they are trying to many times reciting this verse. Gati Bharta Prabhu Sachi Nivasa Saranam Surid Prabhaya Pralaya Thanam Nidanam Bijamabhyayam. Just we have to. Gati means the destination where we want to go. But the ultimate goal is Krishna. Although people do not know it. One who does not know Krishna's miles, misled. Okay. And his so-called progressive march is either partial or hallucinatory. There are many who make as their destination different demigods, and by rigid performance or rigid performance of the strict respective method, there is different planets known as the Chandraloka, Suryaloka, Indraloka, Maharloka, etc. etc. But all such lokas or planets being creation of Krishna are simultaneously Krishna and not Krishna. This purpose is very, essential for us to know the things in the right way. Such a planet being manifestation of Krishna's energy are also Krishna. But actually they serve only as a step forward for realization of Krishna. To approach the different energies of Krishna is to approach Krishna directly or indirectly. To approach the different energy of Krishna is to approach Krishna indirectly. One should directly approach Krishna, for that will save time and energy. For example, if there is a possibility of going to the top of a building by the help of an elevator, why should one go by the staircase, step by step? Prabhupada wrote clearly.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
at least I heard a few times that from other devotees that you cannot approach Krishna directly. You have to go through the Radharani or through Gauranitaya. Right? So this is like not matching with what I heard. Can you clarify a little bit why?
Directly mean just elevator. Here giving the answer or analyze. That mean elevator also moving by something. We have we need current and such types of mechanism, and then we will reach at the top. Same thing. That mean we will get the directly we can get the Krishna's lokas directly, approach the Krishna directly. That directly also means the path is there. No? That's why we need Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra help us. That is the direct leader. For this age, direct path is the Harinam Sankirtan, communication chanting. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just taught about that. Everything is resting on Krishna's energy. Therefore, without Krishna's shelter, nothing can exist. Krishna is the supreme ruler because everything belongs to him and everything exists on his energy. Krishna being situated in everyone's heart is the supreme witness. The residents, countries, or planets on which we live are also Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate goal of shelter. And therefore, one should take shelter of Krishna either for protection or for annihilation of his distress. And whenever we have to take protection, we should know that our protection must be a living force. Krishna is the supreme living entity. And Krishna, and since Krishna is the source of our generation, nor can anyone be a better well-wisher. Krishna is the original source of creation and the ultimate rest after annihilation. Krishna is therefore the eternal cause of all causes. This purport is very essential. Srila Prabhupada wrote this purport, and Prabhupada's disciples is talking about the how Srila Prabhupada wrote this all this purport. Srila Prabhupada not written. It's written by the Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami and Jiva Goswami. They all every day they come and instruct him in Radha Damodar temple. That's way is written by the Rupa Goswami, who is the Parshat of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That means a real Parshat is a Panchatattva, but they are also in this same time and great devotee of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they wrote many devotional books. Bhakti Sandarbha, Shat Sandarbha, Baladev Vidyabhushan, he wrote the Bhagavad, some big, is very authentic. He wrote within the one night, he wrote big volume of Srimad Bhagavatam commentary, because other sampradayas oppose, the Gaudiya Sampradaya have you don't have your one scripture. So he wrote and make the rules. And after in meeting, and all these intelligent person who came the opposition parties, they accept, this is true. They accept that book, and nowadays every we ISKCON and Gaudiya Sampradaya we follow that book. That means these all purports also written by the Goswamis. Srila Prabhupada is saying that means it's perfect. So because they are the self-realization person. Anything, Prabhu? Just seeing everywhere.
Let me think it over.
Everything, yes, Prabhu. You last time you say, not yet. I am not accepting yet. Not accepting yet. But Prabhupada is, just giving the everything is Krishna. Everything is Krishna. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying that Bheda Tattva. That's very essential. Achintya Bheda Tattva. That means Achintya means inconceivable. हम लोग अपना just we are using our teeny mind for observing this big gigantic things. It will also manifested by the surrendering to the Lord Krishna. If he wants to give us that broad knowledge, and then we'll get that all knowledge, because he is saying Tadami Buddhi Yogam ka Buddhi वही देते हैं. तो बुद्धि वही देते हैं. ओके. तो गति भरता प्रभु साक्षी निवासन शरणम सुरित प्रलव प्रलयस्थानम निधनम बीजमप्ययम. This verse is very important verse. We have to know this verse, and this purport also very essential for us. Everything is Lord Krishna. That's why we have to follow his path to approach to him. That is the thing. That's why this topic is also called the most confidential knowledge. Param Guhya Gyan hai, in 9th chapter. And then there is a later on how to perform the devotional service is coming. It's, slowly is coming. Okay, any questions? It's all causes and causes. In Brahma Samhita, there is a small book called Brahma Samhita. And Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adi Govinda Sarva Karanam. Ishvara Parama Krishna, he is the supreme controller. Chote controller like Indra, Chandra, Varun, Arun, many of, but big controller is Krishna. Parama Krishna, Sachid Ananda Vigraha. What is his form? Sachid Ananda. Truthfulness and knowledge, full of bliss, happiness. And we are part and parcel, so we have same quality, but we have now covered by the, like us is covered by the fire covered by the fire, coal covered by the ashes. Same thing. When we like do the just to give the air and all ashes go away, and then we can see that fire. Same thing, we are covered by the mode of nature. If we know that we are different from this material body, we are the soul, and we are the part and parcel of Lord Krishna. Our duty is to serve him. If we know this thing, and then we will see the Guru, true Guru, Sadhu Sangh, and then we will get the Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
So,
जन्मदिन है
huh?
प्रभु जी का जन्म